Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name's Chris and it's fantastic to have you back with us for another video. And in today's video we're going to take a look at Cardano. It's on the rise finally in price discovery, that is. Ultimately I have been talking about Cardano throughout this whole pullback, and I have been illustrating to you guys in our Discord, our Patreon membership service, and sort of talking about it here on YouTube quite a lot, that it reminds me very much of Amazon back in the early days, where it had all of its internal metrics on the improvement and looking really nice and juicy, when the price of most of the market was down, and obviously Amazon was massively undervalued. I've kind of been articulating that I kind of feel that Cardano is in a similar sort of position. So we've got some really interesting stuff to cover off. I have also been mentioning the fact that I expected whales to be getting into Cardano, institutions also to be looking to increase their positions. I believe that they've been spending the last 6 to 8 months sort of looking at the crypto space and have really educated themselves, all these analysts that they've got to hand, on actually where is best to place money. And they've probably come to the same conclusion as Nick and myself have a while back, that altcoins potentially have the most percentage gains on the table, right? So if you enjoy this sort of content, and I think you'll really be interested in the stuff that I'm highlighting today, mash up that like button. It really does support the channel immensely and it's much appreciated. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, tapping that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss one of our videos. Now unlike many YouTube channels that stop talking about Cardano when it pulls back, we've been talking about it through this whole pullback, talking about all the opportunities as we see them. So definitely subscribe if you want to be kept up to date, and not just be sort of following the trends on Google. Would really appreciate the support, and want to keep yourselves up to date, then also join us in Discord. Link is in the description. It's free to join. And that's enough of me sort of waffling on. Let's get down to the desktop. Let's have a look at this really interesting data. Okay, so we're going to start with the price, and we are starting to finally see a bit of price discovery. It's also really interesting how certain traders are changing their tune on Twitter now. Rather than being very bearish, have gone very bullish all of a sudden. You would have been kept up to date following ourselves here as to where the market was going. For all of those that say that TA is meaningless, you are so far away from the truth. It really does support with sort of percentage wise as to which sort of direction we're heading in the market. And following Elliott wave, if you do this using the correct wave counts, then you're onto a real winner. And our Patreon members have seen immense gains, and some bought near the top, and actually they're now in profit rather than actually in a loss or a losing position. So this stuff really does help, and we do keep you up to date in our Discord and Patreon outside of YouTube. So currently at 0.976, up 8.15% at the time of recording. I expect this to potentially continue. We still expect some volatility in the market though, so just make sure that you're not FOMOing in. The time to really get into this was when Nick and myself were saying it's a really juicy dip. I mean, this was down a really good price recently. If we have a look here, you could have got ADA like at 76 cents. And we know that people were picking it up around that sort of price. So, definitely one to be keeping an eye on. Now, I have been saying to people that I've been saying this before all of this stuff is advertised, so I am keeping you guys up to date, that I expect big whales, institutions to be getting into Cardano. So today, I think it was it was today. It was 12:40 today. This was released from 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗪, and these are the guys that keep an eye on basically the pools where you can delegate and stake your ADA. Now we have a pool of ourselves. We'll drop an ad in a moment.
And guys, this video has been sponsored by Cheeky Crypto, and specifically the Cardano ADA pool. If you are looking to support the channel and our effort here to communicate out all the recent kind of news, articles, price changes, and price action of your favorite altcoins, then there's no better way than delegating your ADA into our stake pool. By doing so, you'll not only support the channel, but you will also earn a juicy return and a nice passive income on your ADA holdings. It's really simple to do, guys. Just load up your 𝗗𝗓𝗪 or Deadliest wallet, drop your ADA into the wallet, and then find the Cheeky Crypto pool via the ticker 𝗕𝗓. In doing so, you'll earn a nice juicy return and support the channel. There is no better time to do so, so why not delegate to Cheeky Crypto today?
But yeah, there's 23 new Cardano pools with more than 62 million staked each. And when they say pools, I think this is new players or whales, as they describe them here, that have been created in the last 12 hours, increasing by 1.5 billion ADA total staked, now close to 74%. This is really, really bullish stuff, right? And as you can see here, you've got all these new whales, right, with millions of ADA. Now, my guess is that these are whales and institutions starting to really get into the game. Now, I have been saying for some time in this dip, if these institutions are doing what I think they are, everybody's still talking about Bitcoin and Ethereum. There's a lot of these players that are going to be looking at Cardano, as well as various other assets in the crypto space that have huge potential gains on the horizon. ADA is definitely one of those that Nick and myself see as a big player. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. This should be treated as educational purposes only. But I am so bullish on what we're seeing, because we're seeing exactly what I've been articulating to everybody that we expected to see. So for us, this is fantastic. Obviously, you've got the list of the names and everything there, but ultimately, this is fantastic to see. Do let me know in the comments below what your thoughts and opinions are on this. It really does sort of firm up exactly what I've been sort of articulating to everybody over the last few weeks. It's exactly what I've been expecting to see. So, again, we're just going to have a look at the Cardano blockchain insights. Wallets are on the up. The staking, just look at this. Like, it's massively on the up, right? New ADA wallets per day, again, it's on the up. Total value locked. I was looking at this here back at the 21st of February, and I was saying 124 million, sorry, total locked value. We're now close to 300 million, and yes, we've still got a lot of load on the blockchain, and we're waiting for Hydra, but this is exciting stuff. I can't explain how exciting it is to see everything that we've been talking about starting to come to fruition here, right? And I'm trying not to get too excited, because we are still waiting for Cardano updates. I know there are many projects that are good to go, ready to go, waiting on Cardano to sort its house out. Once they've got there, I think we're going to see an influx of projects just hit the ecosystem, and that total value locked is going to go skyrocketing. I really do believe this. So the adjusted value per day, again, on the up. Native tokens on the up. Transactions, it says they're on the down, but I kind of feel that they're on the up as well. I kind of expect this to be a metric that improves off the back of all of these. Maybe it's a lagging indicator on this website. When we look at total value locked, it's a 9.74% change in the positive direction for ADA. Min swap dominance is at 62.1%. Again, we expect this to change as more and more projects on board. We've only got a few here that have onboarded so far, obviously. We've got a number of NFT projects and other transactional stuff that happens on the ecosystem that isn't incorporated in here. So it is higher than this, in respect of NFTs being, encompassed in the actual total value locked. So yeah, really interesting stuff. And I'm really excited to see all this stuff sort of come into fruition. And ultimately, what does it mean long term for Cardano? some things just don't change when Nick and myself talk about them, right? We've been talking about Cardano since it was about 5 cent. We were early investors. We could have been earlier, but we were early investors in Cardano. We understood that it was going to take time to build up. I wasn't happy with some of the stuff in August and September around how misleading perhaps the stuff around smart contracts was. I expect a little bit more, but actually you can't step away from a project like this when actually fundamentally and from a technical point of view, it's immense technology. They've got a huge, monstrous size, strong team. They've got massive amounts of funds as well. For me, like, this is probably one of the most safest projects in my opinion. And don't get me wrong, there could be some SEC law like legal stuff that could hamper what I'm about to say, so make sure you do your own research. But outside of what the SEC could do, like, I think this is probably one of the most, if not the safest investment I think I've got in my portfolio. I really do believe that, and I'm interested to get your opinion on it. This is just my opinion, it's not financial advice, but I really am starting to see what we've been talking about coming to fruition. I don't think it's going to be like within the next sort of month that we see huge movements in total value locked and all that sort of stuff. I think we're going to see improvements, but not the monstrous improvements that I think we're going to see over maybe the next year or two. So for me, short, medium, long term, I think Cardano is a great investment, but you do need to go do your own research. It's a very volatile market. This is just my opinion, not financial advice. It should be treated as educational purposes only. You should never invest more than you're willing to lose, because it's a volatile market and you could lose all your money. So for me, all the caveats out the way, I've given you my open and honest opinion on Cardano. I am truly and honestly excited about Cardano and the future of Cardano. I still want Charles to perhaps come on the show. Cardano, I guess 𝗖𝗢𝗠𝗠𝗘𝗥𝗦 made a promise. We haven't seen that come to fruition. I'm not going to chase, but do feel a little bit let down by them, for me to be, really honest and transparent. But outside of that, really love the project, and hopefully maybe that promise will not be broken and Charles will attend us on the channel. We will see. Time will tell. We're not YouTubers that walk away from a project just because the market's pulled back. Just remember that, Charles. Right. If you enjoyed today's video, mash that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, tapping that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.